This
Okay,
conference will
one-liners.
now be recorded.
Okay, I'm recording the session. Fine. A quick recap of what we have learned. Majorly, I'll start with the types of testing so as not to waste our time. Then we will be learning the important ones in today's class. Okay. Types of testing we have seen. What are the types of testing? I didn't share the screen. As you share.
Load testing.
First, from where should we start the hierarchy? We should start with manual and automation. You
Automation.
can give a one-liner answers, okay? What happens in the manual testing?
Just the
We'll do
software
we'll check the
manually.
application manually. We'll verify the functionalities or the features of the applications manually. Automation,
We verify the application by using tools.
we will take the help of tools, okay? Now, which tool we are going to learn based on in the automation, we are going to learn the Selenium, okay? Okay, automation, we are going to check the features of the application with some script, or we are taking the help of some coding using some tools. We are going to test the application. In manual, what are the major things which we are going to learn? Functional and
Functional, non-functional.
non-functional. Okay. Functional testing, what does it mean?
Uh, all we verify we check the all the features functionally.
The functionality is specified in the requirement specification document, the customer requirement document. What are the features are present? If I'm checking that features, we call it as functional testing.
Okay.
Okay. What exactly the application has to do? If I'm checking based on that, we call it as functional testing. Again, functional testing, we have, okay. In manual testing, again, we have learned different varieties, right? What were they? We different thing.
White
White
box,
box.
black
Black
box.
box and gray box.
Yeah. What does it imply? What does it mean by white box?
White box is test the application by developers. Developers only
Yes.
can test it.
Yeah, developers will be testing the application where they check the internal structure
Internal structure
Uh,
of the
of the
application.
application. That means all the coding part, verification of the coding part.
Coding part.
Black box.
it is completely tested by the tester.
Testers.
Yes,
Testers will do.
testers will verify the
Because
application. What will
because
they do?
uh, after knowing
Function
They'll
the
focus on customer requirements.
yes. They won't focus on the internal structure. Only the features or the functionalities of the application are tested. Then we
uh,
call it as black box
black
testing.
box.
Yes.
Okay. Then gray box.
It is a combination of white
Both.
and black.
Both white
Both
box and
combination
black
of
box.
white box and black box, where we have to have a little bit knowledge on the coding part, as well as we are going to test the features based on the requirement specification document, SRS document. Okay.
Yeah.
Then we have seen functional testing and non-functional testing. In functional testing, we have seen unit testing. Then
Component
we
It is
have
testing.
seen
yeah.
Component testing,
component testing. Then
integration testing,
integration testing. Integration testing. Then
System testing.
System says
oh yes, system testing. Then that's it.
User
UA,
acceptance,
acceptance.
UAT
UA.
testing, UAT,
Yeah.
user acceptance testing, or UA testing, user acceptance testing. In the user acceptance testing, how many types we have? Okay,
Start
we'll come individually. Okay, unit testing, what we do? Who does the unit testing?
developers.
Developers will
The
do the unit testing. Is it a white box or is it a black box?
white
White box.
box testing.
It is a white box testing. Developers will do the 722. Oh, what do they check? They check the
Hi Vandana.
coding part.
Coding part.
Hi
Coding part.
Nandini.
ML.
They check the coding part, okay? Unit wise, I mean, not the entire code, block by block of the code. If they check each specific part of the function, coding of a function, we call it as unit testing. Okay, the very first test thing that happens in a once the application is developed. Then component testing. Who does the component testing?
Tester.
Testers.
Testers does the component testing. What kind of components? What are components? Individual
Component.
portions of your application. Okay, small section of your entire application, like modules, like inbox, like your compose thing, or if you have some in a Gmail login box, you have separate components. Even that are also called as component testing. We are not worried about the coding part. Only the functionality of the particular module is checked. We call it as component testing. It comes
Yeah.
under which type? Black box or white box?
Black
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 box.
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 Okay, component testing is also called as
Um,
Oh, testing. Called
small
sorry.
module testing.
module testing.
Okay, few notes or few websites, they specify the component testing as module testing. Okay, so don't get confused with it. Sometimes they call it as functional testing also.
Oh,
Okay.
Then we have seen, okay, we in component testing we have seen two things, right?
Yeah. Component are small and large.
Component at, yes, small
Yeah,
and large.
component testing at
Small and
small,
large.
small and as well as at large.
Large.
When do I say at small, component testing at small?
Small
Which
is
component is not dependent on another feature, then it is called small.
When the components are independent of each other. Okay,
Yes,
saturated.
independent of each other, I call it as component testing at small. When do I say it component testing at large?
dependent. One component is dependent on another component.
Yeah, are we checking the exact working? I mean, am I checking the interface and everything? No, just I'm seeing it whether they are connected or not, whether they
Yes,
are
Yeah.
dependent or not. That's it. That particular feature I'm checking in the component testing at the large.
yes.
When we
Yeah.
were learning this, we have come up across two important keywords, stub and
Yeah.
driver.
Urban driver. Yeah.
Please remember these keywords, okay? Stub, when do we say it?
The high module is developed already, but low module is not developed.
Yeah,
Top-down
parent module
approach.
is developed and
dummy
Tail
yeah,
module.
module.
top down. Child is not developed. Okay.
Then create the
When
dummy
parent is
module.
developed and child is not developed, what are they? They are dummy modules.
Dummy
Okay. The
module.
very first sentence you get, they are dummy modules.
Yeah.
Okay. When the actual module is not yet developed, and I take the help of these dummy modules so that to see there is a relation between them or not.
Yeah. Top down, down.
Driver.
Drivers is higher module is not developed. Still.
Yeah, when the child module is developed and the parent module is not developed, we go for the driver dummy
Yes.
module. Then we have studied about integration testing. One liner about integration testing.
Integration is navigation the
Feature to
two or
another.
more components connected to each other.
Okay, there are several modules as we have discussed when they are interlinked properly or not. When they are when if I combine both of them, they are working properly or not. If I check it in that manner, we call it as integration testing. Okay.
Okay.
When two modules are combined, we are verifying the working procedure of both the modules, whether they are in sync or not. We call it as integration testing. Okay. In integration testing, we have seen different types:
The
Incremental,
increment
non-incremental.
incremental and
Non-incremental.
non-incremental. What happens in incremental testing?
increment
One
Incremental, what
feature
happens?
is when we click on one feature, then it will go to the another feature or not. We can test in that.
Yeah, where one module and we keep on adding the modules in a one after the other. Okay.
Yes.
Then after that, what do? We see that whether they work together or not, whether there is any problem in the interface or the integration, then we will report it as a defect. In
Yes.
incremental testing only, again the stub and driver portion comes into the scenario.
Yeah.
right? Again, we use take the help of stub and driver. If the modules which are to be tested are not developed, we take the help of the dummy modules.
Yes.
Incremental, we also we have two types, right? Top down incremental approach,
No,
Bottom up.
bottom up incremental approach. Bottom up incremental approach. We have these two types, okay? Same thing like your stub and driver. Top down means we'll go from the parent to child. Bottom up means we'll go from child to
Parent.
parent. Okay. Higher module to lower module and lower module to the parent
Higher
module. If
module.
we integrate it, integrate means what? Combining together and we are checking whether they are working in sync or not,
yeah, at the same time. Yeah,
well coordinated or not, in other terms. Then we have another type of testing called non-incremental testing. What happens? Several modules are interlinked at a time. We test the application when two or more modules are integrated at a time and we check whether they work in coordination or not. We call it as non-incremental testing. Like your parent, what payment, shopping cart, as well as the mail received by the user, all of them, all of the features are working properly at a time. We call it as non-incremental testing. When
Yes.
I combine more than two or three modules at a time and I check the integration between them. Clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Then what else we have seen? System testing, right? System
Yes.
testing, is it a functional testing or non-functional testing? System testing, is it a functional or non-functional testing?
It's both combination of
Both
both.
functional and
Yeah,
non-functional.
actually, if we see in the real life application, it is a combination of both functional as well as non-functional because I have to check the functionality of the entire application. Okay, we validate the fully integrated software. We check the complete software. We call it as system testing. Okay, we check the behavior of a fully integrated software or application. What all type of tests we do in system testing? We do the recovery test, we do the security, we do the
Documentation.
documentation,
Usability.
compatibility, regression. So many types of system testing are involved. In as a whole, we call it as system testing. This is nothing but testing the behavior of entire application. Then comes your UAT testing, user acceptance testing. What kind of testing is it? Who does it? Who does it?
The QA team.
Y-
Okay, there are two types of testing
Right.
in this, alpha as well as
Beta.
beta testing. User acceptance testing, one liner for it, the definition of UA testing,
This so
whether the application can be accepted or not by the client.
By the client or user to decide if the software is features
Is
fulfilled or are
yeah,
not.
whether they can be released into the market or not.
Yes.
Verifying whether if the application can be accepted or agreed by the user or not. Actually, we have two types. One is the alpha testing and beta testing. If the application is tested by the QA team, okay, if the application is tested by the QA team in developer environment, or that is in your software industry, we call it as before releasing into the market, we call it as alpha testing. Beta testing, who will do the testing? User or client will do in the user environment.
Yes.
We call it as beta testing. Okay, one is alpha testing and one is beta testing. Both the testings are done so that to check whether the application after the system testing, whether the user will accept it or not. Okay,
yeah.
Yes.
then what else we have learned? After that, what
Non-functional.
did we learn?
Non-functional testing.
Yeah, non-functional testing means what? What do we check in the non-functional testing?
Like its
Uh,
performance,
fa-
security, compatibility.
Yeah, we
load.
check the performance of the application, performance features of the application. We call it as non-functional testing. When we are focusing on the user expectations, we call it as non-functional testing. Okay. Earlier we were focusing on the features. Now we will be focusing on the expectations, the usability, the compatibility, the what performance, the security. Then we call it as non-functional testing. So in this we have learned lot of variety types of testing. What are they? First one is
Performance.
Performance testing.
performance testing. Okay, performance testing. What are the three features which we focus on?
Load stress.
Load as stress.
Load
Scalability.
and scalability. Okay,
Response time.
scalability or stability?
Stability.
Both are.
Stability and response time. These are the three main features which we focus on the performance testing. Load means the number of users or the maximum load applied on the application. Stability, for how long that load can application can withstand that load. Response time, per user, how much time it is taking for to respond to the particular user. The application, how much time a particular application is taking for the user to use. Then what else we have seen? Usability testing, one liner.
User
Verify
friendliness of
user.
the application.
Yeah, we check
How easy to access the application.
Yes.
whether the user is able to access the application freely or not, whether the user is happy with the user interface of the application or not. Usability testing, we check what all features we check. We check whether it is we have a user manual or not, it is easily navigated
Friendliness.
or not. User friendliness, in one line it is user friendliness. Next we have seen, what else we have seen? Security. What do we check in the security testing?
We make sure the data is secure.
There are two keywords, okay, in security testing. I have specified.
Yeah, authentication and authorization.
Authentication or authorization.
Uh, who is using, whether the right person is using the application or not, okay. Authorization, whether he is not accessing all the parts, whether he is in his area or not, okay. Yeah, authentication means me having my passport means I am an eligible citizen of India. Authorization means I can travel within India, but I can't go to other states until unless I get a visa application, right?
Yeah.
Once I get the visa, then only I am authorized to travel to other countries. Authentication means I am a citizen of India. The passport will verify that I am a citizen of India. That's it. So security testing will verify what all terms it will verify, whether the how the password is, the security features of an application, like your security question, whether what else it will check. What else it will check? Whether you have given a proper captcha or not, whether the OTP is being sent to the proper specified number in the bank form or not. It is not redirected to any other hacker sites. Then we call it as, that kind of testing is referred as security testing. Then what else? Which type of testing we have come across? Compatibility testing.
Yeah, compatible.
What does it verify? Whether the newer version is compatible with the older one, and the older
Yes,
one is compatible with the newer one.
yes.
Okay, we check how well the software is compatible with different hardware and software, how well the application is compatible with the newer versions as well as the older versions of other hardware and software. In this, we have two types. What are they?
Forward and
Backward.
backward.
Yeah,
Forward.
backward and forward compatibility testing. Okay, compatibility testing. After that, what else we didn't learn? Last class,
Okay.
especially last class. We have seen load testing.
Stress testing.
Load testing. What is load testing? Okay, first let me define what performance testing. What is performance? As I said earlier, it will check the performance of the application, right?
Yes.
When I say the performance of the application, performance means I'm focusing on the three important features: load, stability, response time. So I can subclassify as load testing. What does it refer to load testing?
Checking the
What does it
behavior of the application when number of desired number of the users used.
Yeah, when I'm applying a load equal to or less than the maximum load, okay? I'll check the application for equal to or I have a maximum load defined by the client. I'm checking the application less than or equal to the maximum load. Then I call it as load testing, okay? How the application is behaving when I'm giving a less load and when it is equal to maximum load. Behavior means what? What do I refer to the behavior? When I say the behavior of the application, what is the specific term I'm looking into?
Like
Performance.
whether it's coming back, how long it's taking.
The response time. That is
Response time.
nothing but the response time. The response time of the application. If 10 users are using the application, what is the response time? If 1,000 users are using the application, what is the response time? Because we know that the software, the application is the application usage is dynamic. It won't be static every time. So we have to be verifying each time how the application is responding for different users. Not only that, right now what happens if when I say load testing, not only for the web applications, we can apply the same for the products which we use in a laptop, like the Adobe, like the WordPad or any other paint application. If I try to insert some clip art into the Word document, if it is more than 1 GB, do you think it will be accepting that or will it throw an error? What happens if I try to upload a document or any picture of 1 GB in a Word document?
Yeah, it is showing an error,
Have
but
you
it will
tried
be
it? Yeah,
no.
means what happens, the client might have specified the maximum load as 500 MB. Okay, suppose the maximum load is 500 MB. I have to check the application for 500 MB. If I'm checking the application, if I'm testing the application for 500 MB, I call it as load testing. If I'm checking beyond 500 MB, what type of testing it comes? What type of testing it is called as?
Scalability
Stress.
Stress
testing.
testing. Stress testing. Okay.
Sudden
When
hitting.
I'm checking the Yeah, when I'm checking the application greater than the maximum load. Suppose the application it is supposed to be used by 1,000 users, but I'm loading 5,000 users at a time. If I check the response time of the application for 5,000 users, I call it as stress testing. Okay.
Yes.
Best example is I ask you one question I ask you one question at a time, or I ask you 10 questions at a time. Which is
One
easier?
question.
One If I ask one question at a time, that is your load testing. If I ask 10 questions at a time, will you be able to answer all of them at a time?
No.
No.
You will be stressed out, right? To answer, you will be confused to answer which one should you be answering first.
Yes.
So that is your stress testing. Less than or equal to maximum load testing. Stress testing, greater than maximum load. And load testing, how do I test the application? I will keep on increasing the load gradually. Stress testing, sudden application of
Sudden.
load. Suddenly I will try to apply the load and I will check it. And one more feature which I focus in the stress testing,
What is the
Crashing
breaking?
point.
At what point the application is
Yeah, at what point the application is breaking? I mean, I am going to see the crashing point, okay, where exactly the application will fail. After failing, what is the thing which I have to look into?
how long it's
Recover.
taking to recovery?
Recovery time. Where I will see whether the application is be able to recover properly or not. If I'm trying to load go beyond the maximum load, I have to check whether the application recovers after it is failing or not. How exactly the application is behaving for heavier application of loads. That is what I do in the stress testing. Okay. Then after that, what is the testing we have focused on?
Recovery.
Recovery.
Okay, recovery. What happens in the recovery
Volume.
testing?
How well the application recovers from a crashing.
Oh, okay. Recovery is nothing but whether I'm able to recover the data. Once the system application crashes, whether it is I'm able to recover the application or not.
Yeah,
Testing the
recover the
behavior of the
lost of data.
application once it crashes. Yeah, whether we are able to get the lost data or not, whether I'm
Backup to
able to
data.
recover the application within the specified response time or not. If I'm checking the application in that context, I'll call it as recovery testing. Okay. When we do the recovery testing, what is the first thing we should focus on? We should do a backup of the data.
Yes,
We
backup.
should do a backup of the data. Then after recovery testing, what did we focus on?
Volume.
Stress we have seen, load we have seen.
Volume testing.
Yeah, volume testing. What happens in the volume testing? Volume testing, right? It is more like your
Huge.
similar
Big.
to your
Big.
stress testing. Stress testing, you are trying to give maximum load, right? In volume testing also, it is same thing. But you are focusing on what? More on data.
Volume. Yeah.
Focuses on data. What do we see in volume testing? We see the behavior of application. Behavior of application when huge volume of data is when it is subjected to huge volume of data. Example, ma,
Big thing in
YouTube,
this
right?
YouTuber.
Yeah, YouTube, what happens? Each
Number
day,
of
videos are
number of
uploaded as well as downloaded, right? Not a
yes.
single user is using the account. Lot of data is being uploaded to the server as well as it is being downloaded from the server. So what I should do, I should see how much amount of volume of data can be transferred from one server to other server. Both are nothing but applications, right? At the end of the day,
Yes.
I'm trying to download from the YouTube to my laptop, or I'm trying to access the YouTube from the server. Everything is nothing but a software related. How well it is the application is behaving when it is subjected to huge volume of data. What are the features I check when I'm testing for volume testing? What will I focus on when I'm doing volume testing? Again, the response time. Okay. I check on the data integrity. Data integrity means what, ma? See, I have two or more different applications. When I try to club them, whether the data is properly in sync or not. How many of have you synced your contacts with the Google Mail? Have you in your you everyone have the contacts, right?
Yes.
Now, when you try to save a new contact, it will ask whether you want to save it to the SIM or it will ask whether you want to save it to the Gmail account.
Yes.
Means you are syncing your data to what? Gmail account, right? Gmail is an application. Contacts is an Android application.
Yes.
When you're trying to save an application, sorry, contact, what happens? It is being reflected in your Google account. Yes or no? When I try to
Yes.
open my Google account, I can see all the contacts in my mobile. Of my mobile, I can see in my Gmail account also. So that is nothing but data from one application to the other application.
Yes.
Yeah, when I say contacts, I have only few contacts, so I don't have any problem. But if I refer to the number of what you say shopping, when you say the shopping websites, right? What happens each and every day? Lot and lot of what you say, the brands and everything, they keep on increasing, right?
Yes, updating.
That is how, I mean, how well it is being synced each and every day to the website. That is called data integrity. And what else we see? If very huge volume of data is
Vandana, can you
uploaded or
repeat the
downloaded.
data integrity?
Okay, data integrity, what I'm trying to say is how well two different types of data are being synced over here. I mean, data from one application to other application, how well they are clubbed with each other. Like best example is Max has its own website, right? But I can see that Max products even in the, okay, let me say W products are there in the its own website, but it's they are also there in which website? Azure website.
Okay.
Okay, so what is that? I have to see that whether all, when I try to sync when I try to search the W products, they are properly synced in the Azure website or not,
Yes.
Yes.
because W has collaborated with whom? Azure.
Azure.
W itself is a separate application. Azure is another application, but once they have collaborated, they have their own conditions. Based on that, the data is being, the volume of the data has been increased for the Azure website. At that time, what I should see, what all products they have specified, whether they are properly shown in the Azure website or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, and if I search for W products in the Azure, I should be able to see all the W products as per the stated rules or stated conditions. Okay.
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 Then I have, when okay, huge volume of data is applied, whether I should say see whether the system is functioning properly or not, verify the crash point of the application. Okay. Volume testing, you can as usual, I can take the example of the Microsoft Word, 1 GB data, huge volume of data. Or when I'm trying to transfer a file from from what you say, from mobile to laptop. Okay, I have a movie, I have a file of say 2 GB file in my mobile. I'm trying to transfer it to the system laptop. If everything goes fine, I don't have any issue. But if I have some issue with the application, mobile transfer application, will it be able to transfer? If the
No.
FTP does not work properly, can I be able to transfer the data?
No.
No, right? So if the software, whatever the helping application, it should be working fine. Okay. Then after that, we have today's class. Okay, we will be focusing on. Okay, I know a lot of repetition. I hope so. So far, it is clear for everyone.
Yes.
Yes.
Today's class, we will be focusing on scalability testing, which is more like similar to your load testing. Okay. Then we will focus on regression testing, one of the important testing as per the interview purpose also. You can mark it as star. Okay, regression testing, which will come on this terminology in the industry also when you're doing a project. Then you have smoke testing and sanity testing. Today, these are the four important types of testing which I'll be focusing on. First, let me speak about this, scalability. How, what do you understand by the term scalability?
Measuring. Mes-
Hello, scalability means what? Okay, let me explain you like this. Okay, I have started a company. When I start a company, when it is in the initial days, let me say I have only 100 employees. What happens after an year? Do I have the same number of employees?
No increment.
Because obviously we to have profits, I have to see the growth of the company from 100 to what happens. I should be able to accommodate 1,000 employees. Supposed to say, after
Yes.
5 years, what happens? Do I have the same 1,000 employees?
No.
If my
Increments.
company has a very huge profits, and if I want to make it as a multinational company, and what happens if I have to
Gra-
have in the top list?
gradually increases.
Yeah, maybe from
As
1,000 to the 5,000 employees might have been increased, right?
yes.
So suppose, okay, initial days, is it necessary for me to take a huge building for same 100 employees?
No.
No.
I need to accommodate only 100 employees. So I will search for a building where I can accommodate 100 employees. But what I will do, I'm sure, okay, if I have a proper vision, I'm sure that after 1 year, I'll be having more than 1,000 employees, right?
Yes.
So at that time, I should be, if I have a vision like this, I should look into a building where I can accommodate the 1,000 employees also. It is not that every time I should keep on searching for a new building, or I should be able to what? I should be able to extend my building in such a way that I can accommodate the 1,000 employees. That is
Yes.
how you do, right? When you're constructing a house, what you will do? You will construct first the ground floor, then if based on the increase of the people, or based on the new requirement, you will construct the first floor, then you will construct the third floor, and so on, right?
Yes.
Scalability is nothing but what? Accommodating the incremental or the decrement, accommodating the new and new features, whether it can be system hardware wise, or whether it can be software wise, or whether it can be database wise also. Okay, best example, uh, suppose I have a 2 GB RAM laptop right now. Okay, okay, everyone uses a mobile, right?
Yes.
When you purchase a mobile, what is the inbuilt storage for each mobile? Normally it will be 32 GB. If I'm purchasing a 32 GB, it will be 32 GB storage, right?
Yes.
Is 32
No.
GB sufficient?
No.
What happens if I want to store more than 32 GB?
We buy a memory card.
Yeah, means I have a provision for the memory card which will go beyond your 32 GB. I can go nowadays, I can go for 1 GB also, right? 1 GB memory card, and I can place this particular slot. Means my mobile is scalable for the storage.
Okay.
Yes.
Extra. Okay, expandable
Now you
storage.
got now you got the meaning of the word scalability.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Means it can be a particular software or hardware or anything database. I'm able to increase the storage value. I'm able to accommodate the newer new requirement. Okay, then I call it a scalability. Means I'm increasing the value. Okay, so not only that, my I have a 2 GB RAM laptop, but I want to install a software which will only work if I have a 8 GB support. So what will I do? Will I buy a new laptop?
No,
Is
no,
buying
no.
a new laptop a solution?
No, no.
What should I do?
We had system
We
and
add the RAM cards, right? We purchase a new additional RAM cards and we try to install them.
yeah.
Rather than see, buying a new laptop, what happens? It will increase the cost, and it is not an effective solution, right? I
Yes.
can't keep on
Yes.
buying new and new laptops whenever I am in requirement of more storage capacity or more RAM capacity. So what we will do, we have a provision for either increasing the hard disk, we have provision for increasing the RAM capacity, and so on, right? So what happens? We are trying to optimize the usage with what all
Yes.
we have. I
Agree.
have some features. I'm trying to optimize it by adding some extra add-ons instead of buying a new one. Okay, scalability testing is nothing but I'm trying to verify whether the application is able to handle increasing amount of load and data or not. Whether we will be checking the behavior of the application, or whether I'm checking the application ability. Checking the application ability to withstand increasing load or not, increasing loaded processes. Okay, see, normally why we say it, right? So when the we'll take the example of the Flipkart itself. When Flipkart web application was designed, right, it was designed only to cater some 1 million users. Okay, but what happened gradually, the Flipkart has a very good business. The number of users using the application also has increased. When the number of users has increased, what happens? The application has to increase their server capacity and everything, right?
Yeah.
But you can't keep on increasing the server capacity, because everything has a limit. Even if I keep on okay, the mobile slot, where you keep the memory card, it also has a limit. It can't go more than the 1 GB capacity, because the system was designed like that. Your mobile was designed like that. My mobile can't take more than 256 MB. Okay, every mobile has a particular limitation, because the software designed for that mobile is in that manner. So when I say scalability testing, I have to verify whether the application is able to cater the needs when I have an increasing load. Okay, whether the application is behaving properly or not when I'm having an increasing load. Increasing load means what? When the number of users using the application are increasing gradually, whether I'm able to scale the application or not. Scaling means what? I'm increasing the CPU response time. We have, what else we have? We are able to increase the response time or not. See, let me say like this. I have 100 users. The response time is 5 seconds per user. Okay, I have 500 users. The response time has increased to 10 seconds per user. Means what happened? My
Yeah,
response
increase
time
it.
has increased, right? If I want
Yeah.
to decrease, see, to have an effective use of the application, what should I do? I have to decrease the response time.
Sure.
But I don't want to decrease the number of users. Okay, I don't want to decrease the number of users. How can I decrease the response time? I can decrease the response time by increasing the what? Data
Server.
volume. Yeah, server speed.
Okay.
Okay, maybe I can have the, what else we can see, the data volume is did I write the data volume? Server speed, like also like user traffic. Okay, if I have a software which can update the user traffic, transaction frequency. If I focus on all these features, what happens? I can able to reduce the frequency time.
Yeah, response time. Yeah.
Like I can come down to, maybe I can come down to 6 seconds per user.
Yeah.
Okay, which is far better than 10 seconds per user, right? Am I clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
So what is the purpose of scalability testing? I'm going to test the application whether it is scaling properly for workload growth. Okay, if I'm increasing the workload, whether I'm able to scale it properly or not. Scale means what? I'm checking the application whether it's working for by changing the other parameters. Okay, instead of buying new laptop, I'm changing the other parameters here, right? What are the other parameters? I'm changing the RAM, I'm changing the hard disk, and so on. Am I clear? Instead of decreasing the user load, I'm focusing on how to decrease the response time by changing the server speed, user traffic, transaction frequency, and so on. Am I clear?
Yes.
Any doubt? Hello?
No, Suma, no, no.
Shall I go for the next one?
Yes.
Okay. Next one, ma, very important. Okay. Please remember regression testing. Okay. When we start doing a particular application, when we start doing some test, we find some defects, right? Or sometimes it so happens that a user want to add some new feature to the application. Okay. Let me take an example. Share the entire screen. Okay. I have a same click, right? I'll take. Okay. I have this particular web page. I want to add a new feature for this web page. So for this, to develop this web page, I might have written some 10 different modules of code, right? Obviously, right? I have some XYZ amount of code written to it. When I want to add a particular feature, I will increase, I have to see that whether adding the new feature is disturbing my original page or what. When I'm verifying, when I'm trying to add a new changes to the existing code, when I'm modifying a new features of the code, whether it is affecting my old version or what, old pages or what. Okay, then we call it as regression testing. What is regression testing? We are we are verifying whether the application is working properly even after adding some additional code, even after making some changes in the code, even after adding some additional features. We call it as regression testing. Clear?
Yes. Yes, without disturbing the
Yes.
previous code.
Yeah,
It
we
will
are
work.
verifying. Okay, where is it? Okay, verifying. What do I verify? Verifying if the
Is it
application,
properly working or not and does
yeah,
not affect the previous creation.
application is not affected by changes in the
Modules.
modules, or affected by code changes, feature code changes, or updates, okay, or any improvements. Okay, so you all of you are using mobiles. You know that each and suppose you might have purchased, if it is an Android mobile. When I purchased my mobile, it was some nine. Right now, the latest version will be what? I'll get some security patches, right? Each and every time, I'll get some software updates also. Have you gone through your mobile settings? About phone, you might have seen there are, if there are any updates, it will all obviously ask me whether you want the mobile to be
Con-
updated or not.
yes.
So
Yes.
what happens when I see that particular update means what, they might have added some small
Changes.
feature
Yes.
changes, okay, changes to the existing system. So if that, I have to verify that if I'm adding some changes to the original thing, the it should work as fine as the previous one.
Yes.
Okay, so as a tester, if I'm checking that features, we call it as regression testing. What we do, we will make sure that the new changes will not affect the, or will not have any side effects on the existing functionalities. Okay, new updates or new changes in code, okay, changes in the code will not have any side effects on what,
With the existing one.
Exit
existing functionalities. Okay,
functionality.
best example is what, I'm trying to add one small feature over here. Okay, maybe in my account, I suppose in the my, maybe I'll add one more tab over here. If I'm adding one more tab, it should not affect my account feature. Okay,
Yes.
I should be still
Yes.
able to open the my account, and I should be able to open all the my profile, orders, wish list, everything I should be able to access, even if I add a new tab over here. Okay,
Yes.
each and every day your web page or any application keeps on updating. If it is updating, it should not affect the previous working things. Previous functionality should not be affected. Am I clear?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
what happens, what do we do in the regression testing? What do we do in the regression testing?
We add more
More
When we
features.
When
When
some
we are,
changes are done, we are checking that the existing functionalities are not disturbed.
yes.
Okay.
Mm,
We are verifying whether the existing functionalities are working fine or not. Okay. See, problem is when I have developed an application, but when we do the maintenance of the application, right, many things will come into the picture. First one is the updates. Sometimes we might find some bugs. Okay. Sometimes, see, even after the application has developed, we will see few amount of mistakes. Or sometimes it also happens that we don't want some features. The use client might have specified one feature like a top offers. He don't want this top offers and he wants to remove it. When he is removing it, this top offers might be depending upon some other feature, right? Obviously, no.
yes,
Top offers, right? It might be having so many connection with the other modules. So when I'm trying to remove the top modules, it should not affect the other modules. So as a tester, I should verify that if I'm adding or deleting some code, it should not affect the other modules.
Okay.
Okay, that is what we call as regression testing. If I'm doing some changes, it should not disturb others.
yes,
Okay, am I clear? Regression testing.
yes, Nandini.
Okay, in this we have unit regression testing. Okay, then we have partial regression testing. Then we have to complete regression testing. Okay, let me take an example. Is my entire screen visible for everyone?
Yes,
Okay. I am taking the example of Gmail, okay, because it is one of the easiest one to understand. I have a compose feature, okay.
okay,
This is one module,
yes,
Yes.
okay. Now suppose that initially CC feature was not there, okay. Suppose CC feature was not there. CC is what?
Like
Carbon copy, right? Do you know the field?
yes,
Huh?
carbon copy.
Okay. So what we do, CC means what happens? I should be able to. They are not the primary recipients. They will be the secondary recipients, right? Of the mail.
Yes,
So if I'm sending a mail, they should be seen in this my sent items also, right? And their inbox. Means
yes,
if I'm adding this feature, it is being dependent on what? The recipient mailbox as well as my inbox. I mean, I have two dependent modules on this feature, right?
yes.
mm,
Whomever I'm sending the mail, they should be able to receive the mail as
Mail
well as it
in.
should be there in my sent items. So my sent items and their inbox is also a dependent module of this feature. Yes or no?
Yes,
So
yes.
if I'm trying to make some changes to this, I should verify it is being reflected in my sent items as well as the inbox of the recipient, whoever is receiving the mail. If
yes,
I'm removing this feature, the same should be reflected in my dependent modules. So regression testing is what? If I'm making some changes, I should see, verify it is working properly or not. Okay. If I'm removing this feature, I should see whether I'm able to send the, okay. Suppose I'm removing this feature, unit testing, okay? Unit regression testing. I'm removing the CC feature. Suppose if I'm sending the mail to some person, so and so, what happens? This person should receive the mail or not?
Yes.
yes,
This and as well as in my sent items, I should see this mail.
yes.
So if I'm removing this feature, to whom I want to send the mail, it is not that particular feature is not being disturbed.
Okay,
Okay. If I'm trying to add this feature to the module, the person whom I'm trying to send the mail, they are receiving the mail, as well as if I'm trying to send some mail to some other person, even they are also able to receive the mail, right?
yes,
So if I'm trying to check the portion which I have changed alone, trying to check if I have modified one particular portion of code, if I'm testing whether that a particular feature is working properly or not, Then I call it as unit regression testing. It will focus only on the changes which I have done for the particular functionality, for particular module. If the particular module is changed, I'm checking only that module alone. I call it as unit regression testing. Am I clear?
Yes,
Yes.
Vandana.
If I have done some changes to one module, I'm seeing only if only that particular module is working fine or not, whether the compose module is being crashed, whether I'm able to send or not, whether I'm able to type all that features or not, even after removing and adding the feature, then I call it as unit testing, unit regression testing. Okay.
Yes.
Partial regression testing, I will check this module as well as the dependent modules. Okay, I'll check the compose module. Okay, as well as I will check the dependent modules. Where are the dependent modules? The sent item. I should be able to see the sent box. Adding the feature, whether I'm able to see the recipients. Yes. Whether the receivers at the other end, they are receiving the mail or not. Then it is called partial regression testing. Adding a CC feature to the compose box, whether I'm able to see the mail in the sent item, the dependent module. Yes. As well as whether I'm able to see the mail in the other user, yeah, which is a dependent module. Yes, then I call it as a partial regression testing. Am I clear? Unit
Yes.
regression testing, testing the module all alone. Okay, testing the module alone. As well in the partial regression testing, testing the module and its dependents. Okay, then we call it as partial regression testing. First of all, regression testing, is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Everyone, is regression testing clear?
Yeah,
Yes.
Vandana.
Should I repeat?
No.
If I'm making changes, whether it is affecting or not, I'm verifying. If I'm verifying only the module, I call it. If I'm verifying the module as well as its dependents, I call it as partial. When do I call it as complete regression testing? Suppose in this application, I have made 80%, 80 to 90% of the changes. Okay. Then testing the module alone will be sufficient for me.
No,
No,
total.
right? I should see whether the entire application is working properly or not. At that
Yes.
time, I call it as complete regression testing. When when more than 70% of the changes of the code are done, when more than 70% changes are done, okay? Changes of code or features are done. Code and the features are more or less the same here. Features are done. Then what should I do? I should go for the complete regression testing. Am I clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Any doubts?
No, Vandana.
Should I repeat?
No.
No.
Okay, I'll take a break here. But please, today, please focus on regression testing and scalable regression testing. You try to focus it on more.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Though it is a very simple topic, understand it. Okay, try to
Yeah. Yeah.
understand it.
Yeah.
Okay. Then today I'll share one more document, the testing document of the other testing types. Tomorrow I'll start from smoke testing and sanity testing. I know we had a quick revision of more and more topics, but I think it is helpful for everyone.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Kind of revision, that's it. Okay. Please give me a feedback since it's been 2 weeks. Should I increase the speed?
No, Vandana.
Okay, everyone is okay with my pace. Anything which you would like to change or
No,
add?
Vandana. All good. All good from
Okay,
mine.
everyone is okay.
Yes.
Everyone is happy.
Yes,
Yes,
Vandana.
Yeah.
Vandana.
Yeah.
Okay. So mostly right tomorrow we will finish the smoke and sanity testing. After that, there are other testings, but we'll start with the software testing life cycle. Okay,
Okay.
once that is completed, we will start the test cases, which is an important topic for manual testing. Okay,
Okay.
so please make sure you don't miss to this week's class particularly. Okay,
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
okay, because last 2 weeks it was more of theory, but this week, right, some important topics we are going to start, so make sure you don't miss them.
Yeah.
Yeah, please take a 5-minute break and we'll be back with the Java.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, okay. Hello? Is everyone back? Nandini is back. Chaitanya is back.
Yes, Anna.
I hope you people have started working out on Java.
Yes, Anna.
Last class, what did we learn?
About for loop.
Yeah, what is the purpose of looping?
When we want to repeat the statement syntax
Repeatedly.
Yes,
repeatedly.
yeah. When we want to repeat certain action or certain
Yeah.
part of portion of code again and again instead of rewriting, what we do? We take the help of loops. How many
Loops.
loops are there?
3 types. For
What
loop,
are
while
they?
loop, for
One,
while, do while.
Yeah,
one.
we have three types. Java. Okay. We have for and we have while and we have do while, right? Whenever okay, when we have looping, right, the three important things which we have to take into consideration are: first one, initializing a variable, which will help us to track the repetition.
Yes.
Initialization. Second one, to start
Con-
and stop. Yeah, to stop the repetition, I have to give a condition. Then by how much and it should increase or decrease, we should give an increment operator. These are the three things which you should focus on in a looping statement. We have done one example also, right, in the last class, if you remember. I have shared all the Java programs as in a group drive. I hope you people have received it. Did you check
Yeah,
the
ma'am.
link?
And then I requested for the like it asked me to send the request like to get the access of it.
But I have given access for everyone. It is, and still you didn't get the. But I didn't receive anything.
Okay, let me do it again because yeah,
I
now
have
still it's
given access for everyone. If still if you are
access
facing
for
problem, right, let me know.
to show you my screen. It's still saying that request access.
Still it is showing, okay. Kindly share me a screenshot of it, okay. Okay, are you able to see my Eclipse IDE?
See,
Today's class, right, we will be focusing on while loop and do while loop, okay. Hello, is everyone back?
Yeah.
Yes, Vandana.
Yeah,
Okay,
Vandana.
fine. Okay, so last class we have seen how to write a for loop. How to write a for loop? How to write a for loop?
First,
Uh,
we want to initialize
Like
after condition,
Hmm?
an increment.
Okay.
increment or decrement.
Okay, let me create a new one today. New class for loop example 2. I want to create a program, write a program for to print the odd numbers from 1 to 10. How to write the program?
Public
Write a program to print odd
to add
numbers. Odd numbers. What should I add? How should I do it? First of all, I should declare my main method.
Public static void
Then
string aux
tags. Okay. After that,
int
how should I define it? Okay. Do I need to define it?
yeah variable.
Is it
yes variable.
okay? Can I declare it in the for itself?
No,
Oh,
Okay. Int I is equal to 1. Okay. I am declaring my one.
for
Then
loop
uh,
for
uh,
int I equal to 1.
Then what is the purpose of declaring it outside the for loop?
Yeah, I think no
For
need to verify the variable.
for present now we don't want.
I
For
can write it like this. Okay. Let me
Selection is
redefine it.
on.
Okay, let me again write it. Int I is equal to 1. Okay.
I
I less than
less than
equal
or
to
equal
10.
to 10.
How
I
much I
plus
should increment
plus.
it? I plus plus. I
Plus
want to print only odd numbers.
plus 2.
I is equal to I
I
plus
equal
2.
to I plus 2. Okay, plus 2.
What is the problem here? Duplicate local
Duplicate
variable.
local variable I.
Since I am trying to initialize it again and again, it
Okay.
is throwing an error. Okay. Not
Okay.
necessary to define it twice. Okay.
Okay.
Then what should I print? System dot
System dot out dot println I
println
bracket I.
I. Okay. So let me execute it. As usual, it will take time. After while and do while, right? We will learn about the switch case. Okay. Oh,
Okay. Switch.
switch case. Have you heard about it? Switch.
Yes, in BTech.
Okay. Switch case. Then we have break continue. Okay, my system is not responding.
Okay, okay, breakpoint.
You have a break point. You know when to use break, when to use continue. After that,
Okay.
I'll introduce you. So far, we have I have taught you only how to print the output, but I
Yes.
didn't teach you how to take the input. So then we will focus on one class entirely on how to take the input. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe by Wednesday we will complete this all topics. From Thursday, right, we will start the OOPS concept, object oriented programming concepts. Okay. Break, continue. In tomorrow's class we can come finish this all things. Then I have system input statements. Then we will start OOPS concept. So when I start the OOPS concept, please make sure you attend this class for sure. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, did I get the output?
Yes.
No,
Hmm?
no, no, no.
Why? I got the
One three
output
five
right.
seven nine. That only, no? 1 to
I
10
think
odd
some.
numbers.
I wanted to print odd numbers. Did I print all the odd numbers or not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why no? I hope
I
you're
think
clear with
uh,
the statement I asked is to print the odd numbers. I gave the scenario in that way. I got 13579. So did I get the output as per my statement?
yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Now we will do the same program with respect to while loop. Okay. See, please remember when I'm using the three key parameters, initialization, condition, and increment, in for loop, I'll use all of them within a single bracket. Okay. All of them in a place, at a near, in a simple place. Whereas in while loop, it will be in a different way. Okay. Let me create a new file. Where is this new? New class, while loop, example. Okay. What is the first one I have to create? Public static void main string args. Okay. I want to print how to give a in while. Okay. Syntax for while, right? The syntax for while. While first what we will give is initialize the variable. First of all, we will initialize the variable. Okay. Then we will write while condition then the statement. Okay, after the statement I'll increment or decrement the variable. Increment or decrement the variable. I'll go a step by step procedure in the while loop. When I want to repeat a particular statement using while loop, what I will do, first I'll initialize the variable, then I using the while keyword I'll specify the condition, I will write the statement, after that I'll verify the increment or decrement the variable. Is it clear? In for
Yes.
loop, what did I do? I have given all the three key statements in a single thing.
In single line.
Okay, the three operations in a single line. Whereas in while, what I did, first I'll go in a step by step. First I'll initialize it. Then I'll apply the condition. Then I will increment it. Clear?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Here everything at a place, here in different places. So if I want to use while loop for to print odd numbers, right? Print odd numbers. What I can do? First of all, I'll int I is equal to 1. Okay.
1
Now I'll use the condition while I is less than or equal to
equal
10.
to 10.
I applied my condition.
Okay.
What should I do? I should system dot
Out dot println
out dot statement println I.
I.
Then I is equal to increment.
Okay.
I plus 2.
Instead of writing all of them in a single line, I am using in a different places. And also if you see, I have initialized the variable outside the loop.
Yes.
I have initialized the variable outside the loop. Okay. Which I am incrementing each and every time. Am I
Okay.
clear?
Yes.
Yes.
So let me see whether I'm getting the same output or not. As usual, it will take time. Did we get the output? Not yet, right? Did I get the
Yes.
output?
Yes.
Same output I have got, even with the while loop. For loop, I have taken only 2 lines, okay? While loop, how many lines did it take? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. But what
Okay?
is the
But
difference between the
yeah, sometimes, right? See, for loop, when should I use? For loop, when should I use? When I'm sure that I have to repeat certain number of time. Okay?
Okay.
Exactly how many times I want to repeat. If I'm know for it for sure, I'll go for the for loop. Okay. But sometimes
Okay.
what happens, I might not know how many times I want to repeat. Based on the condition, if I want to repeat it, we will go for the while loop. Okay.
Okay.
When to
Fine.
use for loop? When I'm
Exact.
certain.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
certain number of times. Okay. Exact number of times of exact number of repetitions. Okay.
Okay.
If I know if I have to repeat only 5 times, if I know I have to repeat only 10 times, then I will use for loop. But when to
Okay.
use while loop? Uncertain
Then
about the repetition, uncertain about the count, repetition count. Okay. What should I do when I want to repeat based on the condition? Like example, um, cross the road only when the vehicles are not when there is a stop button. Okay, each and every time can I repeat the particular statement again and again? Can I repeat the statement only 5 times?
No, a number of times
N
we
number
can
of
use.
times. Each and every time I can check the signal and I can cross the road. It can keep on repeating, right?
Yes.
I mean, there is no certainty that it should do only one time, it should do only 2 times. See, like jumping example in the last class, which I have specified, the teacher said to jump only 5 times. So
That
I'm
is
sure that I have to jump only 5 times. So I'll
5
use for
times.
loop.
Okay.
Suppose now the teacher has asked me to write a particular sentence until my handwriting is neat.
Yes.
Okay. So how many times should I write? Is it clear?
No count.
Is this a specified number for it?
No.
Sometimes after writing 10 times, my handwriting will be very neat. Maybe after 100 times, my handwriting will be neat. We are not sure, right? At that
Yes.
time, what we will do, we will go for the while loop. Okay?
Okay.
Am I clear?
Yes, Vandana.
Okay, one is based on the count, one is based on the condition. Okay? We can both of the any program we can write both on for loop as well as while loop, but depending upon the situation or scenario, we will be preferring the loops. Okay,
Okay.
just like the example which I have given, I have written for loop as well as while loop, right? Is there any difference in the output?
No.
No, but there are sometimes which at that time I will not be able to use for loop. For that case, we have to for sure use while loop. I hope I will take an example like that, okay, in the coming classes.
Okay.
Okay, now let me take an example for write a multiplication table for a given number. Okay, how many of you are familiar with the logic of multiplication table? Multiplication table for a given number. Suppose I want to find the multiplication table of 8. I should get as 8, 1, 8. 8 times 1 is equal to 8. 8 times 2 is
8
equal to 16
twos.
and so on.
Yeah.
So how to write the logic for it? Using the while loop, okay? Is my screen visible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Yes, Vandana.
Okay, let me share the window so that it will be easier for me. Yeah. Now please let me know how to develop the logic for the multiplication table.
Int
Yeah.
I equal to 8.
Adding a particular number.
Hmm? How
Adding the previous
many adding the previous thing means what? Okay, one is the given number, right? Okay,
something. Yeah.
let me write it like this. Okay, so if I take 8 times 1 is equal to 8. Okay, 8 times 2 is equal to 16. 8 times 3 is equal to 24, and so on. Okay, so if you see the first column, is it always the same?
Same.
Yeah.
So let me store it as the given number the user has asked. Num is equal to 8. Okay, the second one, what is it?
Natural
Is
numbers.
it same?
Natural numbers. 1, 2, 3.
Natural numbers, but actually what it is a kind of variable which is always incrementing, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
incrementing.
repeating, which can be
Yes.
used. So I can use it as
Incrementing.
I is equal to 1.
Yeah. I plus. Yeah.
Yeah, I is equal to I plus plus.
I
Okay.
plus plus.
And what happens in the third column?
What?
Answer.
Um,
Answer is equal
8.
to what? Num
8.
into
Into
Num.
I.
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 I is the one which is varying each and every time. Num is as usual same.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, this is the logic for your multiplication table. Okay, so shall we write the program for it?
Yes.
So first let me define my int I is equal to, since I'm using while loop, I have to initialize my variables first. Okay, int num is equal to 8. Okay, then what should I do? While, okay,
I.
multiplication table, where does it end?
10.
It will end at 10. So what will be my condition? while condition.
I is equal to I less than I is equal to 10. I is
I
equal
is
to
the varying factor. I is equal less than or equal to 10. Okay. What is the first thing I should do?
answer.
Int answer is equal to
Sum into I.
answer is
Int
equal to yeah, all of them are int. Okay.
Num into I.
Whether I am able to access the variables which are declared outside the loop.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have any issue with that. Then I will do system
System
dot
dot println
out dot println. Okay, let me define it as answer.
Yes.
Okay, plus. Okay, let me answer is equal. Oh,
There
how
is
should
no
I write it?
decrement.
Num. Okay, into plus I plus equal to then plus answer. How many of you have understood the format which I have written for the println? I
I
want
didn't
it
get
in
that.
this format. 8 into 3 is equal to 24. Okay. I want in this format. 8 is stored where? In the variable num. So I have written num.
Okay.
Then which plus is nothing but a joining operator. Plus represents joining operator. Okay. I want multiplication symbol. So I have a multiplication. It is a symbol, right? It is a character. So I have put it in the quotes.
Okay.
Then 3. I want 3. 3 is stored in what? Variable I.
Yeah.
So again I have written I.
Okay.
Then I need equal to symbol. Then plus equal to.
Okay.
Equal to is again a symbol. So I have put it in a quotes. Then
Okay.
24 should be visible. So I have put answer. Answer 24 is stored in answer.
Okay.
So I guess I haven't written so far like this, right? Simple println statements were shown so far. So try to get familiar with this kind of formatting of the output.
Okay.
Is it clear? Should I explain again?
Yeah.
Should I explain or is it clear?
No. Clear.
Okay.
Only.
I have initialized it. I have given condition. Did I increment or decrement it?
No.
No.
No. No. There is no
I will
decrement.
increment it. Now I have incremented. Okay. Initialize. Okay. Condition. Now increment. Okay. Now let us execute it and let me check. Did I got the output?
Yes.
Yes.
Proper table format. Did I get it?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
See, that is the reason I have written. This is called nothing but formatting of a output statement.
Okay.
Okay.
Vandana, I have a doubt.
Yeah. Yes.
Can you replace the incrementing parameter in after println y?
I didn't get it.
After SOP, it is mandatory in front of SOP or after SOP.
I have incremented after SOP, right?
Okay.
Why? Because I don't want to display. See, if I increment here, okay, let me give it here itself. You are saying here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, let us do it. What happened?
The
I'm
output
missing one of the I.
one is missing.
Yeah, it has incremented by itself because I'm representing, I'm using my I itself. So it started with 2. Though it is
For
post
in the
increment.
loop, we have declared the all beside the for.
Yeah, but that was okay. For was different. Okay, for what it was doing, it is starting with the first statement. First, it will take the first I is equal to 1, then it will do the operation, then it will increment. For loop is different. Okay, what happens? I is equal to 1, it will execute it, then it will increment it. Okay, initialize it, check the condition, print the statement, then it will increment. It is not that it will
Okay.
become 3 and it will increment. It is not executing all the things at a time.
Okay.
For loop also what happens? It will go step by step. First it will see I is equal to 1, I less than 10, check the condition. Immediately after checking the condition, it will print the statement. It won't go for I is equal to I plus 2.
Okay.
Okay. Here what from here it will jump to the system, then it will go to I is equal to I plus 2. A V
Okay.
manner, okay? V manner. Condition, statement and increment. But only thing is we are writing all three of them in a single line. Is it clear?
Yeah, yeah.
Any doubt which you would like to ask?
Mm,
If not, we'll go for another program.
now it's clear.
Okay. Let me comment it. When you are using my Java files, please make sure that you are removing the comments based on the programs, okay? Because I have in a one file, you might see 2 or 3 programs and I might have commented them. Next one, how many of you are familiar how to calculate the factorial for a number? What is factorial? Mathematics.
Yeah, yeah. It is multiple from
It is. I know for testing you don't need that much develop what programming concepts, but these are basics, okay? Hmm? To make you familiar with the while loop, to make you familiar with the for loop and everything, as well as the logic. Program for factorial of a number. How do you define factorial? If I say 5
two
factorial,
5 into 4
factor.
into 3 into 2, 1 to 1.
wow, yeah, 5
Okay.
into 4 into 3 into
3 into
2
2 into
into
1.
1. 1, yeah. So how can I develop a logic for this? First of all, suppose user has asked to calculate for 5.
Okay.
Yes.
Hmm? What is the one which is varying?
Decreasing order.
Yeah, you can see here, you can write increment also, nothing wrong in it. It is the way of representing. Only
Yes.
thing
Okay.
is it should stop when it is equal to number. When should it stop? What is the condition now?
Yeah, less than or equal to
Let me
Less
declare
than
my variable I is equal
in
to 1. It will start with I is equal to 1. And when should it stop?
5. Less than or
5.
equal to 5.
Correct.
Means which is equal to number.
Number.
That 5 is stored in the number, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Am I clear? Should I repeat?
Yes.
Number is the one where my it will be storing for which particular number I have to calculate the factorial. But to calculate factorial, what do? We start with 1 and each and every time we increment and we stop it at specified number.
5.
So what I have done, I have declared a variable which will start with num and I have to stop it with the specified number. So I give I less than or equal to num. And each and every time what happens, it is incrementing by,
Plus 1 plus 1.
Yes.
yeah. So I plus plus, okay. But how to get the answer?
Answer is equal to
Every time, okay, every time my I is varying. I can't write I into I into I. Can I write it like that?
no.
No.
I can't write I into I into I into I. What should I do? Hmm? How to store it? How to write the factorial?
Answer is equal
Fact.
to minus 1.
Yeah, you can take minus or plus. I'm using this concept. Okay, let me use plus concept because we are very much familiar with I plus plus. That is the reason. Okay, I have starting my I with 1. I don't have a problem. Okay, if I say answer is equal to I into I, will I get the answer?
No. Only one is.
Only one it will be. When it will two, it will, when I go for the second loop, it will be 4. When I go for the third loop, it will be 9. But I don't want that one as the answer. Okay,
Okay.
let me say like this. Let me develop the logic. Okay, when I is equal to 1, what should be my answer? Answer should be 1. When I is equal to 2, what should be my answer?
2.
It should
2.
be 1 into
2.
2, which
6.
is
1 into
equal to
2.
2. When I is equal to 3, what should be my answer? 1 into
2.
2 into
3.
3,
3.
which is equal to what?
6.
2 is already stored in previous answer, right?
Yeah.
This part is stored in previous answer.
Yeah.
So can I
Yes,
write
yes.
it as answer into 3?
Answer
Okay.
into
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Means 3 is what? Answer into I.
Yeah.
Because I value 3 is stored in I.
yes.
Okay.
Okay. Now when I is equal to 4, what should be my answer? 1 into
Answer
1
is
2
into 2
into
into 3 into
3
4.
into 4. But 1 into 2 into 3 is stored in what? Answer.
Answer.
Answer into
Answer
4.
into 4.
But 4 is stored in what?
I.
I.
What is my logic? Answer is
Answer
equal to.
equal to answer into I.
So I need to create another variable which will store the starting value of the answer.
Okay.
Okay. Am I clear?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
So yeah, these all things were logic. So let me start creating the. Is it clear? Is the logic clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Both the Nandini, Chaitanya, Ranjit. I hope everyone is there
Yes.
online. Any doubts?
No.
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 No. No.
Should I repeat? No, right?
No.
No.
Okay. Then let me create the variables. Int I is equal to 1. Int answer, which will start with which value? Answer is equal to 1.
Yes.
Int num,
Answer equal to 1.
where you want to
None.
stop it? I want to stop it at 6. So 6 factorial, I have to find out. I'll take 6. Okay.
Okay.
So I have given the initialization. I have initialized it. What is the next step?
While
While
While condition. What is the condition? Where
answer
should
6.
is
it
equal
stop?
to
5.
5. I less than equal to
Answer is
5.
6. 6.
I is the one. I 6.
I
Okay.
less
But
than
I
or
don't
equal to
want to give
6.
6. I will use the variable one
Okay.
num.
Num.
Instead of giving 6, I am giving num. Okay.
Okay.
Then what should it do? Answer should change. Answer is equal to answer into I. Okay. System dot
Dot
out dot
println.
println. What should I, okay. Now help me out for the formatting. Or I can give directly answer. Okay. Answer. Let us give answer for it. Then did I increment it?
Yeah. I is
Yes.
equal to no.
I plus plus.
I
I
is
plus.
equal to I plus 1 or I plus plus. Okay. 6 factorial. What is the value? It will be. Hey, I got each and every time. See. The very first time when I is equal to 1, I got the answer as 1.
1.
When I is equal to 2, 1 into 2, 2. When I is equal to 3, 1
6.
into 2 into 3, 6.
6.
4, 24. 5,
25.
120.
120.
7,
720.
sorry, 6, 1, 720. 6, 720.
Yes. 6 factor.
But if I want to see the final answer alone, what should I do? I don't want to see each and every time the answer. What should I do if I want to see only the final answer?
Condition will be changed. I is equal to 6.
Huh?
I equal to 6.
No, this is nothing but output statement. My output statement is repeating each and every time. What should I do to see my output statement only once? Which is your output statement in all these statements?
Answer.
Answer.
This is your output statement. Since you gave it in the while, it is repeating each and every time.
Yes.
Okay, let me give it over here outside the while statement.
Oh, okay.
Giving the output statement within the loop, your output statement also will repeat. It will keep on printing.
Okay.
If I give it outside the loop, it will print only once.
Okay.
Am I clear?
Yes.
Okay. Any doubts? Any doubts?
No one, madam.
No.
Okay. This was your which loop statement? While.
While.
Okay. Then we will go for the next and the last looping statement, do while.
Do while.
Do.
Do while. There's not much difference between do while and while. Okay. Little difference, small difference. Okay. Then let me explain it. Is my entire screen visible? No.
Yes. Visible.
I mean, my notepad, is it visible?
Notepad.
No.
ID.
Entire screen. Okay. Do while, right? Do while also works when with respect to when I want to repeat a statement based on condition. Okay. Based on condition. Okay. I want to repeat my statement based on the condition. But the problem with the while and do while is, see, do while what we do? First we give the condition, then the statement will be executed. Okay. The same three keywords, initialize, condition and increment. But what we are doing, first we are verifying the condition, then the statement is executed. Do while is in a reverse manner. Okay. Initialize your variable, first thing, initialize the variable. Okay. Then what I will do, execute the statement first. Okay. Then check for the condition. Okay. First your system will be, statement will be executed, then the condition will be verified. Hello? Hello?
Yes, Vandan.
Yes, one.
Yeah.
What happens? What is the difference between do while and while?
While first we will give
While,
give
yeah,
the
condition is verified first in the while statement, whereas in do while what happens?
give it the next.
Do while it will be, the condition will be verified at the end. Here the condition is verified at the beginning of the program, whereas here the after the statement execution. And also, right, you should give a semicolon at the end of the do while.
Okay.
Okay, this is your syntax. This is your syntax for
Do while.
do while. Same three things: initializing,
And
yeah, incrementing. Incrementing also will come here, and while condition. Condition here you gave it in the beginning. Here you will give it at the end.
Okay.
Okay, when to use while and when to use do while. When to use while and when to use do while.
If
See,
the while is not satisfied, then we go for the do while.
not like that. Okay. See, it
When
will
you
enter into this statement, it will enter into this curly braces, only this condition is satisfied. Okay? Only this condition is satisfied, then only the statement will be printed. Means,
Okay.
suppose if, okay, if I say I is equal to 2 and my condition is I less than 1, will my statement be printed?
No.
No.
It won't be printed. So, once the condition is satisfied, only the statement is printed. Now, if I see the same thing, I is equal to 2, what is my condition? I less than 1. Okay.
uh,
But when am I checking the condition? Before or after the statement?
After the statement.
So, at least once the statement will be printed.
Yes.
My statement will be executed at least once. Minimum once it will be executed. If the condition is not satisfying, it will stop.
Yes.
Okay. Here, zero execution of the statement. Here, at least one time it will be executed.
Yes.
Okay. There will be some situations where you have to run the program at least once. Okay. At that time, I will be using do while. Only if my condition satisfied, if only then if you have to execute the statement, then use the while. Is the difference between while and do while clear?
No, can you repeat again, Vandana?
Okay, I'll take the help of IDE and explain it. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, maybe it will be more clarity. Okay. What is the first thing which we have to do? Public static void main. Okay. String args. Let me define int I is equal to 2. Okay. While I is less than 1. This is my condition. Okay. What should I do? System dot out dot println I. This is what I want to print. Will the okay I plus plus. I should give an increment or decrement operator. So okay, I give increment operator. Do you think it will enter the while loop first?
no.
Will it enter the while loop?
No.
Will I get an output?
No.
I won't get an output. Let us check it. Yeah, give me a minute.
Condition is not satisfied.
Still it is executing. Sure. Did I get any output?
No.
Okay. Same thing. I will write it now in a different way. Okay. I'll use do. Okay. Do statement. Sorry, do loop thing. How to use do loop? Do system dot
Out,
Out
out.
dot
dot out.
println.
Okay. Out dot println. I will say by. Okay, now not to get confused.
Yes.
I'll give I plus plus also increment operator. Then
While
while I is what is the same condition? I less than 1.
1.
Okay. Here I didn't give it semicolon. This is while and this is do while. Same variable I have initialized. Same condition also. Same increment. But for while I didn't get any output. For do while, well, let us see.
Yes.
The condition is false. 2 is less than 1. Is 2 is less than 1? No.
But we are
Till
initializing.
Yeah, since we are
statement
initializing
first.
it, I'm getting the statement. The system, at least once it will operate. Now let us take an example. Okay, how many times hi will be printed? How many times bye will be printed? How many times hi will be printed? How many times bye will be?
Only for one. Hello. I two basic. I right. Why is one?
Hi is
Right. Two times.
hi, you are saying two times. 2 is less than
No,
3. Yes, hi will be printed. Then 2 will be
two
incremented to
times.
3. 3 is less than 3.
No. 3 is equal to 3.
Substitute substitute your values and just verify the output.
Yeah.
Okay, you might have thought of an answer, right?
Hi is two times.
Why only one?
Okay. Yeah, why it is once. Okay. When here what happens, it will do 2 is less than 3. Condition is satisfied. Hi will be printed. Now what happens? Now the I value is equal to 3.
3.
Okay. Now again it will check for second condition. Is 3 less
3 less.
than 3?
It is
No,
not
right?
satisfied.
No.
Yeah.
So it won't even. So hi is printed once. I don't have any problem now.
Yeah.
Okay.
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 Now what happens here? By will be printed first. Okay. I plus plus. No. So what is the value of I?
3.
I value is what? 3. Okay. I value is 3. So is the condition satisfying for the next loop?
No.
It will go for the do only if this condition is satisfied. I is equal to 3. So is the condition satisfied?
Hmm. No.
No, right? So what happens? It won't go for the do statement. So you get only one by.
Yeah.
Am I clear? Should I
Can you
explain again?
do only do while?
Do you want me to write a simple program only on do while?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me comment all of them. Okay. Simple program on do while. Okay. Write display first and natural numbers, which we are familiar with for loop, while loop, natural numbers. Okay. Where should it start? First thing, what should I do? What is the first thing I should do? Initialize.
Right.
Okay. Initialize. After initialization, what should I do? Do
Do statement.
system dot
System dot
out dot
out dot print and then
I. Okay. Then what should I do? I should increment my I.
Yeah.
When should I increment? Okay. Then after that, I should check my condition till where I should display 10 natural numbers. So I is less than or
I
equal
less
to
than or
10.
equal to 10.
And always I should end with a colon,
Semicolon.
semicolon, semicolon. Okay. So let us see why I is printed. I have given in. I have given in what?
Code.
Um,
Code.
Quotation marks.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
No need of quotations.
Yeah.
There is only something like
Yes.
Okay. First, what happens? Here my I will be 1. Okay. Here what happens? I will be 2.
2.
It will check for what? 2 is less than 10.
3 is less
yeah.
than
Then
10.
it will go to do. 1
Hmm.
is directly printed. For 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, it will keep on checking the condition.
Yes.
Is it clear now?
Yes.
Can you give I to 4 or 5?
Means
Yeah. Variable
okay,
I
you
is
want me to like this?
yeah.
What happens? It will start from 5. It will start from 5.
Can you give 12 or 11? More than.
Okay, yeah, well, let us give it. Let me give 10, okay? What happens? I will be equal to 10. But what will be I plus plus? 11. Is 11
11.
greater than, less than or equal to 10?
No.
So it won't go to the next statement, next time repetition.
Yes.
Okay. Let me give 12. Will it print or not?
No.
It will
Yeah,
print. It
print.
Print
will print.
only
That
12.
is what I'm
Okay.
saying.
System data update. Okay.
Even if it is wrong, it will print because the first thing you are executing is the statement. Now I plus plus will
Yes.
be 13. It will check for 13 less than or 12, then it will still print.
Okay.
Correct or wrong, at least once the print statement will be printed.
Okay.
Is it clear? Try it out, okay? If you try it out, then
Yes.
only you will get doubts, then
Mm.
only you will get the clarification on it.
Okay.
I'll share the I'll put this also in the drive, today's class also. Try it out.
Okay.
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 Any doubts? Yeah, any doubts?
Vandana, I
We'll
just
take
sent.
them.
Yes,
Huh?
Ranjit, you were saying something?
We'll try it and then tomorrow we'll ask.
Yeah, try it out. Tomorrow, right? I'll
Yeah.
start with the switch case. And hope tomorrow we will complete the break continue thing also, so that it will be easy for you to go forward. Okay. Yeah, if you try it out, if you have done it any time,
Hello, Vandana.
practice. Yes.
Can you explain the print line a sequential order, the SOP in
Uh,
the
formatting thing.
formatting thing? Yeah. Adding quotation marks where I put it. Adding some.
Okay. Mm, okay. Let me explain the one. Suppose I want to print. Let's go further. Okay. Let me say it like this. Okay. I want to say, I want the output to be shown like this. The factorial of 6 is, okay,
Okay.
720. If I want to print it like this, okay. Oh, I have here, right? If I want to print it like this, 6 is stored where? In num.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
720 is stored in where? Answer.
Yeah.
Okay. So what should I do? Factorial of is a kind of sentence. Okay. Is a again a word. So how should I write it? System dot out dot println. Any symbols or any statement or any word I should give in quotation. Okay.
Okay. Only for
Factorial
what?
of.
What sir? Okay.
Then I am joining it. I am joining with the variable. 6 is a variable, so I'll join it with a plus operator num. Again, I am joining it with a word of, oh sorry, is. Okay. Is a
Okay.
word, so I gave in quotation. Then again, I am joining it. 720 is again a variable.
Yeah.
So
It is answer.
answer. Okay. So
Okay.
yeah, I had to close it with the semicolon. See. Problem is what? I didn't get any space.
Space. Yeah. Space between the up and the 6.
So what I will do, I can add a space here itself within the quotation. Here itself.
Within the quote.
Quotes. Within the quotes, I have given space. Okay.
Okay.
See,
Okay.
quotes represents how your sentence should look like. If you
Okay.
have variables, you don't put it in the quotes. And plus is
Okay.
used for joining the variables and joining the sentences.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yeah. It's clear. Thank you.
Try it out, okay? How
Okay.
much ever you practice, that much clarity you will get on programming.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Vandana. Yeah.
Okay. Any doubts, you can always ask me. Or shall I wind up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, then see you tomorrow.
Vandana,
Yes, Nandini.
it's still asking me to get the access.
Yeah, do you share me a screenshot of it? I'll check it out and I'll text in the.
Okay. And one more thing, I'm like recordings. I don't think there is an update in the drive.
Actually, I have spoken to him. Again, I'll drop a text to him, okay? Day
Okay.
before yesterday, I have spoken to him, the coordinator.
Okay.
Someone is enjoying the class now.
She came.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
I'll talk to the person and I'll update it on the same.
Sure. Sure.
Okay, any doubts?
Yeah, that's it. No.
Okay, then.
Quiet.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you, Amina. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Good night.
Bye.
Good morning and
Yeah.
everything. Bye.